on a very important afternoon game. This is, man, I'm telling you, if this was the records that we seen heading into this, it probably would have been a primetime matchup because this is insane. Joining us today, I mean, no one. The commentary will just be on me unless my friend Ice decides to do maybe the halftime show. Not entirely sure. We'll see what happens, but other than that, we are ready to head into this game. The Desperados in their blackouts for this game, and for good reason. The Oklahoma City Bisons are 4-1, Albuquerque 5-1. One of these teams is heading home with 2 losses, and after a bye week, we'll see if it's the Bisons or the team that's been actively going on, the Desperados. Here we go. So the Desperados will kick this one off to the Bisons, and this will be returned from the 5. And a nicer return than we've seen in some of these games. I thought maybe a hole would open up there, but we see what we've already nicknamed as Zesty Mahomes running out there like that. He's 13 touchdowns on the season, 6 interceptions. I mean, the touchdowns do make up for it, but that one loss could easily have been missed with that one interception, or with some interceptions. And Pacheco immediately taken down in the backfield, starting off hot for the Desperados. Floyd gets back there. Now it's 2nd and 12 at the 27. And this Bisons team, I don't think they're going to do much coming up to the trade deadline unless they're going for maybe a receiver. That's the only thing I would maybe upgrade on this team. Other than that, pretty good throughout the season. And, oh boy, that is a player you don't want to see go well. I think that's Kareem Hunt, who was just injured, or so we think. Not entirely sure, but right now he sits on the bench as a crucial 3rd and 7 comes up on the opening drive. Mahomes staying in the pocket, firing out of bounds, had 2 open targets. Just that pressure, I guess, was too much. Tarvarius Ward, one of the many lockdown corners there. It'll be 4th and 7 at the 32. And the punt is flying end over end and probably going to hit the end zone here. It absolutely will. So, Brock Purdy in these blackout unis. We already seen his stats, but we'll check them out once again just to get a better look here. Completions and attempts. I mean, few incompletions in there, but he's over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns compared to 2 interceptions. I'll tell you what, I don't know how any team has beaten the Desperados so far, but it certainly isn't their quarterback. As Brock Purdy may just end up being one of the MVP candidates at the end of the year. Both teams looking really good. Looking really good for a playoff push in the first season. You'll love to hear that, especially if you're a team of either. But, I mean, seriously. Stout defenses, great offenses. I mean, what more could you ask for? I guess you could ask to beat the team right now that you think is better. But we'll see what happens. I think both teams also knew it was going to be a heavy competition heading into this one. So, with that first down, the Desperados will clear some brain space here, just getting that pressure off a little bit. They are the home field. They are the home field. What was I going to say? Sorry, guys. The home field advantees, I guess you could say, as Purdy looking to throw. And this one's incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 33. And now another 3rd down. They're going to have to convert. They tried that run, and they said in the, in the meeting room, I heard that Jordan Mason was ready to go for this week. And, I mean, I don't know anymore, as that's going to be a sack. Number 55 for the Bisons. We'll see if we can get a replay on that. 4th and 20. Crucial sack right there. And it is Joshua Uche or something like that. Big hit on the quarterback there. Hate to see it if you're that lineman, but man, oh man. Big hit right there. Forces 4th and a country mile. And that punt team obviously coming here as they're at their own 22. And both teams go scoreless on their first drives. We're in for a defensive one, folks. I'll tell you that right now, as Worthy gets them to 29. That was their starting field position beforehand. And Rashee Rice, the stat leader in receiving touchdowns. We've seen him walk one off a few games before this one. So, definitely something to see there as Pacheco picks up a gain of 6. And, I think everybody's worried about Kareem Hunt a little bit. Nothing crazy, though. They still have Pacheco. But on his 3rd rush there, only 5 on the day in this first quarter, of course, 2nd drive, too. It'll be 3rd and 3 at the 36. Kelsey in motion. Looking to throw. And this one is caught by Worthy, a 1st down to the 42. And I believe with the year, he is a rookie, but he has been an outstanding one. One that they said, might have a lot of receiving yards at the end of the season. And Mahomes taking a shot and nearly intercepted. I don't know where that ball was going. Maybe there was a missed route. But man, that was dangerous. 2nd and 10 at the 42. Here's Mahomes. Play action. Looking to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Gross Matos comes down and gets a sack. It's a 10-yard loss. And man, oh man. That is a huge one. A drive killer right there if they can't convert on this 3rd down, which, again, looks very unlikely. A country mile in football terms. 3rd and 20. 32-yard line. Mahomes with an empty backfield. Looks to throw. They're going to go screen pass for this one. And, oh, man, Rashee Rice trips over Lenore. And it's going to be 4th and 19. Dang, what a way to end that one. Hate to see it. Only a yard on the screen just because the man tripped. Didn't see him laying on the ground there, which is a lack of awareness, but I mean, he had his own way. He knew where he was going. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20, we'll see Brock Purdy come out. Motion to Mason. Looking to throw. Purdy fires, caught, and it's going to be 6 yards. So the Desperados did, in fact, get Bosa back for this matchup. He hasn't had a sack yet, but I fear it's only a matter of time before he does get one. And a synchronized celebration from the lineman and Purdy on that 1st down. Great synergy, I guess. 1st and 10 at the 31. Purdy over the middle, caught, and wow, what a hit. 8 yards on the game, but man, did he pay for that one. Trying to turn it upfield and just got clocked. And we might see this one go back. I guess the referees might cut out But it was a false start on number 65 on the line there. You hate to see it. Second and 7 at the 34. Purdy fires out wide, and it's complete. But it might as well go on incomplete. It's 3rd and 5. 36-yard line. 2-yard gain on the last one. We'll see what they can do here. Purdy to Juszczyk. Give them the first down. They'll absolutely do it. Second catch. They tried to get it off to Juszczyk on the last one. But he only got 2 yards that time, getting enough for the first down. And the jet pass does not work here. Stopped behind the line, and Uche having a career day here. Juan Jennings, the man in motion. 2nd and 12 at the 39. After the TFL, we'll see what happens. Purdy firing it. Oh, that was dangerous. Juszczyk nearly had it. I think that'll count as a drop. Dang, man. I know he's a fullback, but that one hits your hands. You got to catch it. And Purdy in a precarious situation, and a nice job by Mr. Relevant, really. Remember, guys, he was the last pick in the draft when he was drafted. That is some way, man, going all the way from that moment. This first quarter might end off scoreless, but the turnovers, man, they've been there. And that's what I'm going to say. Bosa screaming off the edge. They get the RPO off to Rashee Rice for a gain of 4. It's a scary sight seeing Bosa charge at you like that. 2nd and 6 at the 24. Here's Mahomes. Pressure coming, and he was nearly sacked. Lucky to get that ball off, and it's 3rd down. Fred Warner coming down and laying the wood. 3rd and 6 at the 24 now. Mahomes to throw here. It's caught. Kelsey still on his feet. They'll give him forward progress in the first down. Interesting situations coming here. A 3rd down conversion at the end of the first quarter will end what has been a very defensive game so far. Scoreless in the first. Bisons, Desperatos at the start of the second. So here we are in the Desperados Stadium. Fans are loud as it's 1st and 10. Pacheco with the run. Pacheco's got a lane. Pacheco could go all the way. Does he have the speed? And he can't beat that safety. That is a touchdown-saving tackle. 34-yard line and a beautiful run by Pacheco. He had been held in check up until that point. But a first down, nonetheless, for the Bisons, and I wouldn't be surprised if they handed it off to him again. Mahomes will go pass here. Still getting it to Pacheco. Excuse me, who will have a gain of 2. So Pacheco has been a very important piece of the run game for the Bisons. And, for this Desperados defense to only let up 1 rush like that, it says something about their defense. Talented linebacker and obviously that end. And man, it's still a clinic. 4th and 3 at the 27, and Pacheco held behind the line on that one. Tackle for loss there, a loss of 1. And I think the Bisons will just have to settle. Oh, no! What do we have here? A 4th down. They're going to go for it here. We'll see if they convert. Mahomes, pressure comes, fires! That one is caught. I don't know if I agree with that one. Can we get a replay? No. I think they're going to hustle to the line, and man, that is one heck of a call there on a 4th down. That is going to be a controversial one as Pacheco gets held behind the line once again. Man, hate to see it. 2nd and goal at the 11. Play clock winding down. Mahomes. Blitz coming. Gets it off to Pacheco, who will gain a few. Call it 3 yards there. 50 yards for Mahomes so far. And the 3rd down conversions. Each team has 2. Will this be the 3rd? Mahomes. Again, that play clock. Looking to throw. Fires. End zone. Kelsey with a touchdown. The Bisons get on the board first. After a very controversial call on the Rashee Rice catch. Unbelievable. That was an amazing drive. Having the guts to go for it on 4th and 3 when you could have just taken the field goal. That is something Andy Reid is going to look back on and think, thank God I did it. Because that's going to get him 4 more points than what that field goal would have. And they are set in a good position right now. Desperados have seemed to be held in check by this defense so far. So we'll see if they can answer that 7 points as the return is going to come from a short place, but end up ultimately at the 30. So a very good return there, probably about 29 or actually probably the full 30. Probably the full 30 yards he would have had to go all that way. Chris Jones highlighted here. He is a game wrecker as they'll go over the middle this time, and Juan Jennings, 1st down. That is a great way to start off your drive, especially when you're trying to answer that touchdown that just happened. Obviously, again, you hate to see it, but this receiver core could get nasty if they get in rhythm. Jones, pressure, and Purdy just has to throw this one away. And we have an injury. It is a linebacker. Karloftis heading to the locker room. Hate to see that, as he is potentially done for the day. Juszczyk becomes a receiver here. They're going to throw to the outside, and it's nearly picked off by Tranquil. That was dangerous. Purdy almost threw a pick. It could have been 6. But now, just a 3rd down, they're going to have to convert here. Purdy fires, and oh man, that is a job description right there. Jordan Mason letting that one go right out of his hands. He's been good on those catches up till this point, but man, he's definitely not a receiving back. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 17. Receiving yards, Rashee Rice again in that conversation. Chris Godwin leads right now, but he's got a pretty good shot right now, Rashee Rice does, of getting that receiving yards leader back in this game as Pacheco gets going on the ground. And we're going to see an injury timeout. Floyd, who had a very good start to the game, is going to go to the locker room. 1 for 1, I guess. I want to talk about injuries on both sides. I mean, that is almost nearly as identical as you could get. And man, Rashee Rice had it right in his hands and dropped it. A lot of drops this game, costing, and it'll be 3rd and inches. This would be a heck of a stand if they can get it here. Mahomes is going to pass. Gives them another big chance, and Mahomes is going to take off, slides for the 1st down, and a lot more than they needed at the 37. Mahomes showing off with his legs there. An interesting decision. Good one, though, as it pays off. And Kelsey with a big gain to the 45 in enemy territory. The Bisons might just keep this train going. Great pass here. Everybody seemed to be focused on that crosser, and Kelsey still beat him. So great route running by the tight end there. The great tight end at that. Mahomes fires, and this one is caught. Worthy on the sideline. It's going to be a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Mahomes handoff. And not much going there. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the 37. Mahomes under center here. They're going to go handoff, and Pacheco gets a yard, but he's not going to get what was needed. He got half of it. Couldn't finish through, and now it's 4th and 1. Knowing Andy Reid, after that big 4th down conversion, they could go for this one still. So if I'm the Desperados defense, I'm staying alert. And that is exactly what they do. Wow. Not trusting the kicker here. Butker would be the kicker, as this pass is incomplete. 1st down, Desperados. Rashee Rice, the intended target. And the Desperados will take the field. Unbelievable. Looked like he caught it, but the sideline got him there. And Purdy fires. Ayuk, 1st down. They're at the 49 in their own territory already, just off of that failed 4th down and the 1st down. So now Purdy. Handoff. Looks like a good run here. Stiff arms a man, and it's 3 yards. Looked kind of identical to the Derrick Henry stiff arm, but the guy didn't fall down, I tell you that. 2nd and 7. Mason just running around like a chicken with his head cut off in the backfield, but Ayuk is going to have another 1st down. 38-yard line. And Ayuk is fired up. And the fans seem to be as well. A loud 1st down chant right there. And Purdy fires to Kittle this time. And it'll be a 9-yard gain, stopping us right at 2 minutes. So, 2-minute warning has struck in this 1st half. Albuquerque looking to go down and score now off of this. So, we'll see what they do. And this pass caught along the sidelines, and bam, what a hit. Injury timeout on the lineman, though. Brendel goes down. So his substitute coming into the game. Already a position they were kind of short at, seems like. And, well, now we'll see what they do as Juszczyk catches that one out of the backfield. Loss of 4, though, as Tranquil is not going away. He's been part of a few great pass breakups as well as a near interception, which again would, I guess, be pass breakup, but still. Kittle picking up a decent gain there. It sets them up with 3rd and 7. Albuquerque's been lacking a little bit here. We'll see if they can get back on track. Purdy sacked! And I believe it's the same man who tackled him at the start. Yes! Unbelievable. Got right off of Williams, of all people. That is a great job. Right there. Ooh, excuse me. Right there. And on 4th and 16, they'll go ahead and settle for their field goal. Obviously, no chance of making this one. But Moody puts it right through the uprights. It's a 7-3 ball game. So still one possession here for the Desperados, and the Bisons defense holding up pretty well there. In the red zone fumble, though! And the Desperados recover! Are you kidding me? McCole Hardman, the returner. Unbelievable. The special teams for the Desperados forcing one out. Purdy motions Jordan Mason out. Firing over the middle. He hits Debo. It's an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2 at the 22. Unbelievable what we're seeing so far. 2nd and 2 at the 22. Purdy fires over the middle. Caught. It's Kittle. Bolton, his 3rd tackle of the game. Going to have to come after a 1st down, though, which is kind of bittersweet, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the 13. Desperados still with 2 timeouts here. Running down clock. They give it to Juszczyk, who's going to try and get out of bounds. He's got a yard on the gain. After all that work, Desperados will call a timeout here. They'll go for another play with 8 seconds left to go. They want this touchdown, and they want it bad. You just know it. Purdy gets this one to Kittle. Kittle going to be tackled inbounds, and now another kick. This one from the 20, making a 30-yard kick. It's up, and it's good. And now, ladies and gentlemen, going into the half, off of that turnover, a 1-point game. So first off, their first points was a turnover on downs. Now their second set of points also being on a turnover, but this time it was a fumble. As we head into halftime, we'll see what all they show us here. Obviously, we've seen a few of these games. Dublin Redwoods, Portland Snowhawks. Dublin Redwoods walk away with it 30-6. Geno Smith, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And I assume if you even watch these, you probably skip past this part as San Juan Steamers face on the Orbits. Trevor Lawrence with 1 touchdown on the day. May throws an interception. And I think this one was actually close up until the Orbits pulled away in the 4th. So an interesting defeat there. The Battle of Memphis happened, and Will Levis, 2 touchdowns, couldn't hold him off. It seems like Allen and the Sentinels had other plans, a 4-point victory, and not much happening in this game. 7-6, a defensive showout, and the Desperados will get the ball to start this second half. They've been on a roll on defense. Their offense is picking up some of the slack. And now Purdy, who has completed 16 attempts here. He's got 22, so he's only missed 6 passes on the day. And that's 1/2 of football. Mason with a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1 at the 37. That looked like a very, very heavy run. He picked up speed like no other, man. He could have been gone. 2nd and 1. Purdy firing over the middle. This one's caught. And it's the same man, Jordan Mason, having himself a day. Or a drive right now, I guess. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 48. Another handoff. This time going down behind the line. Ran right into Tranquil, who has been all over the field today. It's 2nd and 11 at the 46. So 5 wide here on 2nd and 11. An interesting decision here by the Desperados. Motion here to Juszczyk. Looking to throw. Purdy scrambling. And he's going to pick up a gain of 2. Still 3rd and long off of the scramble. And hold on, guys, I'll have to mute him. Well, he muted himself. I'm just going to mute him, though, so he can at least talk to the other people in the party. But the Bisons will force a 4th down. And seeing as this one's only on the enemy 48, I mean, you can punt here and pin him deep. So, the decision is all theirs. They will obviously punt this ball. A nice angled kick would definitely be good here. And not angled quite good enough. It's going to end up going out of the corner of the end zone. And Patrick Mahomes, it's a tight passing touchdowns race right now. Love and Burrow fighting for it right now, and they're tied. Mahomes is only 1 touchdown behind him, so we'll see if he can maybe pull something together here and tie up that race for first anyways. And Mahomes is going to go down here. A 5-yard loss on the sack. And it forces a 3rd and long. Bosa getting all up in Mahomes' face. They show blitz here. Doesn't come. And now it's going to be a gain of 2. Lenore forcing the 4th down there. That is a big stop by the Desperados here. Giving them the ball right there. And now you could get some okay field position. I wouldn't call it decent. Off of this return here. And maybe a little less than good or decent. So 1st and 10 at the 21 here. An interesting in-between on the field position here. Obviously can make stuff happen from here, but it's kind of a interesting couple of things you could do. And Purdy picking up the 1st down with his legs. First play of this drive, and he's already taken off, man. That is a great set of legs he has right now. 1st and 10 at the 35. Purdy, play action, going over the middle. Caught! Deebo Samuel all the way downfield. 31-yard line in enemy territory. It is a 1st down, Desperados. Great read here. Sees that bit of separation. Now, the only thing I would have liked to see done a little bit better is putting it over the shoulder. Catch him in stride. That could have been a touchdown, I think, if he hits him in stride there, because he's got more speed that way. 1st and 10. Purdy getting chased down by Chris Jones, and it's going to be a 9-yard gain this time. Not quite picking up the 1st down, I guess I should say, as it'll be 2nd and 1 at the 22. Purdy, handoff, Mason, 1st down at the 20-yard line. They are officially in the red zone. The first team to actually enter the red zone, I believe. No, the Bisons have been the only team so far to enter the red zone. And, oh my goodness, all that fight just for Tranquil to take him down. Thought it was behind the line. I guess he got the football just to that line. Unbelievable. Purdy throwing incomplete. Had to get that one away as the pressure continues to build, especially here in the red zone. 3rd and 10. Big 3rd down here for the Desperados. Throwing incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Lucky to get it off. As again, that pressure is just mounting on him. And obviously, it being a 4th and 10, they're just going to go ahead and take their field goal, which would give them the lead. About 37 yards out, it's up, and it is good. 3 for 3. Moody gives this team a lead. He is our leading scorer right now. All field goals for the Desperados. The Bisons have a touchdown, but it hasn't done them much since then. As this defense, again, just clamping up everything and every opportunity. Isaiah Pacheco, though, he's been the one guy that's gotten out of hand. 9 rushes, 52 yards, and a 5.7 yards per carry. That is insane to think about. Guy has been a star in the backfield. Obviously, you see his development trait right there. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 at the 29. As the Bisons look to retake the lead. As Mahomes looks to throw. Gets it out of the backfield. It's Pacheco and a 2-yard gain once again. As Fred Warner gets him on the tackle. 31-yard line here. 3rd and 6. Coming up, though, and Noah Gray being motioned. Looking to throw. Mahomes fires incomplete. Hit Kelsey's hands and Greenlaw in coverage. Forces 4th and 6. A no-go here. They're going to punt it away. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this one's a touchback. This guy's got quite the leg on him. And we've seen it happen quite a few times. These punters are no joke in this league, man. I'm telling you. Purdy coming back onto the field after the touchback. And I'll tell you what, he's led this team to scoring drives, but I mean, currently, it's not been touchdowns. So you definitely want to, lock in a little bit there if you're looking for that touchdown on your stat sheet, and that's a first down. Deebo Samuel has been a star receiver today, 59 yards for him, and Purdy continues to cook. Might not have a touchdown yet, but man, he is due for one. Long past overdue at this point, as it's 1st and 10 at the 35. Purdy under center. They'll go play action. Firing over the middle again. Caught! Ayuk with some speed. He's got a first down inside the red zone. The Desperados pour it on. 9 consecutive unanswered points so far, and it could go up a lot here. That is a huge catch by Ayuk. An absolute heart-wrencher there for the Bisons, as they could seriously find themselves in some trouble here. Purdy is able to find the end zone. And Mason hit there on the check down. They will take this one straight into the 3rd quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2-point game here. At the end of the 3rd, the Desperados take their first lead of the day in the 3rd. So the Bisons have not been able to score since the 2nd quarter, aka the first half, so they're looking to get things going on their offense. Purdy in this Desperados offense has definitely found its way. As they switch field position here, could be the boost that they need here, and that is certainly something they don't need. The Desperados lose a lineman right here. You hate to see it. 3rd and 4 at the 11-yard line. Purdy looking to throw here. Fires. He's got Mason and a 1st and goal for the Desperados. Jordan Mason. Great job in this game so far, and he has been a saving grace at points. 1st and goal at the 5. Purdy. Going end zone. Incomplete. 3 Bisons in the area. And all 3 of them trying to knock it down there. They absolutely will as well. 2nd and goal at the 5. Purdy. Again, looking for something here. He's got Juszczyk, who is going to go just straight back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal here. Fans want this touchdown so bad, and I can't blame them. They have got closer and closer and closer. Purdy, blitz coming. Fires, end zone! Touchdown! Ron Jennings gets into the house. Unbelievable. Under pressure, Purdy slinging it. Crossbody, I believe, and Jennings there to pick it up. In a contested defensive form there. And now a 16 points for the Desperados, as the Bisons have let those points go unanswered for a while now. So this bye week seems to have kind of an effect on them. We knew coming into this game it was going to be crazy between these two. Certainly feel it right now. Still technically a 1-possession game. They can go for a touchdown, maybe get the 2-point, and oh my goodness, Mahomes, where is that ball going? Behind his back there. That is dangerous when you miss them like that. They've got enough travel time, they can end up being picks. And man, I'll say this though, I am quite impressed with whoever is blocking these star ends or tackles either way. I mean, Bosa hasn't gotten a sack. He's gotten pressure, but he hasn't gotten a sack yet. And Kelsey going to pick up a 1st down, much needed for the Bisons right there. They've still got plenty of time here, but I mean, if you're going to mount a scoring drive here, it is much needed again. So we'll see what happens here as the final 10 minutes of this game comes here. Mahomes floating one over the top, and Rashee Rice can't pull it in. Looking at that big linebacker coming towards him. And Dre Greenlaw. 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Quick out this time. Rice with the catch there. 3rd and 1 on the 9-yard gain. Third and 1. 47-yard line. Kareem Hunt is back in the game, and he picks up another crucial 1st down. We were missing him a bit. Now he is back. Assume Pacheco is getting a breather right now. As a handoff goes to Kareem yet again, and a 2-yard loss. As Fred Warner able to get back there. 2nd and 12 at the 47. We've seen these become 1st downs, mainly from the Desperados, but the Bisons have a chance to do it here as well. So we'll see what happens here again. Mahomes flying this one over, and an 11-yard gain. Not going to pick up the 1st down, though. It's 3rd and 1 at the 36. Mahomes, motion to Noah Gray. Handoff. And Kareem Hunt's got a lane. He could pick the first touchdown of his career in the NFL. And Creed Humphrey, man, that is a bad lineman to lose there. Makes things complicated here on 1st and goal at the 9. Mahomes, he's been able to get it out quickly here. And Pacheco will go for a 1-yard gain on the catch. Greenlaw there to meet him. It's been one thing the Desperados have been good at doing is even if they catch it, they're right there to tackle that guy. 2nd and goal at the 8. Mahomes slinging this one and a big hit to knock that ball out. Green coming in there and saving the day. Superman hit, really. As it'll be 3rd and goal at the 8. Mahomes throwing around, and man, that was nearly picked by, I believe, a linebacker, defensive tackle or something. But they're going to settle for a field goal here. This is very uncharacteristic of what we've seen, as this kick is up and good to make it 10-16 still. A one-possession game, but this time they could score and take the lead. So 1st and 10 comes here at the 31 after the Bisons finally score. And an update coming out 49 minutes. Just under an hour ago. The Western Kentucky team pulls out a win over Southern Miss in the New Orleans Bowl. So something, if you're a Western Kentucky fan, which I hardly doubt anybody that watches my content is, but, you know, just, again, something to think about. So, here we go. Purdy, sacked! Huge stop! And I'm not even going to try to say that last name because I know I'll butcher it, but man, Charles something or other takes him down here. That is a huge momentum boost to this offense for the Bisons, leaving them with plenty of time here, 5 minutes when it's all said and done to get this thing done. As a return will come from the 20, and Worthy will be tackled at the 32. So now Mahomes comes out. This is a huge drive here. 5 minutes, 6 seconds. Whatever happens here could be game-changing. Play action. Mahomes fires. Kelsey, sideline, and it's a 1st down to the 47-yard line, already in opponent territory. Kelsey banging his chest. You'll love to see it. The fire in these players' eyes, man. As the Bisons go and try and get a very unprecedented win over the Desperados, and that is a huge injury, man. You don't like to see that. I believe that's Fred Warner being tended to on the sideline. We'll get you more on that as it comes, as Pacheco tries to lower the shoulders and gets waxed by Winters. The replacement for Fred Warner, as Mahomes sits in the pocket, fires, and it's caught. Rashee Rice nearly picking up a 1st down there, 26-yard line. We all know Andy Reid has not shying away from the 4th downs here. Mahomes takes a deep shot, and it's caught. 6-yard line, and the Bisons could retake the lead very quickly here. That was a much needed catch right there. They could have went for it on 4th down, but this is going to save them a lot of time. But it also gives the Desperados time to go down and score maybe a field goal if they're unable to get the touchdown or if they're able to get the touchdown, and Mahomes gets hit in the backfield. Actually, I don't think they lost anything, as Mahomes crossbody here completes it, but he is going to be decked by Winners, who has come in again for Fred Warner. Desperatos fans, I know they are in shambles right now, thinking about the fact that Greenlaw, or not Greenlaw, I keep saying that. Oh, there he is. Fred Warner is back on the field. Seemed to be maybe a minor cramp or something like that. As 3rd and goal comes here at the 6. Mahomes trying to scramble in. He got there. Touchdown. Bisons. Mahomes on the scramble. Got blown up by Fred Warner at the end there. But he did, in fact, reach that ball out and extended it over the line to pick up the lead. Unbelievable. The Bisons are coming back from self-inflicted wounds. And now the Desperados are going to have to go for a game-winning drive. Starting from their 28-yard line. Here's Purdy. A 1-point deficit. Moody has been able to hit all the field goals so far. They just need to get in range. As Purdy fires, caught, and Mason picks up a gain of 9. Great way to start out. Kittle trying to help him up. We got to get to the line, he says. 2nd and 1 at the 37. This is no time to mess around. Purdy to throw. Over the middle. Caught! Huge gain! Kittle for the... that's Juszczyk for the first down. Very big first down here. If they gain a few more, they are in field goal territory. Purdy, big completion. Deebo Samuel. That is field goal range. They can run out this clock. And they'll try here. And it's not Mason, though. I think they got their 2nd string in there for a 2nd, well, 3rd, maybe even 4th. 2nd and 10. Handoff, Mason, up the middle. 1 yard on the game. So there's all the timeouts from the Bisons gone. 58 seconds. A first down would be very good here. They'll go screen pass. It's a first down! Jordan Mason, and he gets out of bounds. Which isn't exactly the best thing here, but I mean, if the Desperados can even score a touchdown here, that would certainly spell disaster for the Bisons. Purdy. Handoff. Mason. Pretty nice hold. Got out of there. 3 yards on the gain. Timeout taken by the Desperados here. Seems like they want to regroup with the players. Oh. Sorry, guys. My mic came out. Mason. Handoff. Another first down. And I have gotten it back. The mic is back, ladies and gentlemen. And now, the game-winning kick. This is a chip shot. 26 yards out. Moody. Good. 17-19. That could be your final score with 3 seconds left. Unless by some wild shenanigans, Bisons end up getting something here. And, oh, this is a mistake. They're going to return it, and that ends the game worthy. Returning that one. Not even giving the offense a chance. So that will be your final score, 17-19. The Bisons lose in a close one. Mahomes putting his body on the line there. And there's not much you could do about that. I mean, if you're Mahomes or really any of the Bisons, except for that defense, man, they were hitting the middle like crazy on those passes. The runs got there. There were plenty of times where they could have stopped this game from being over, and well, it didn't happen. Brock Purdy outperforms Patrick Mahomes in the Bisons bye week. Seems like it won 50-0. Well, we still got some time here. 5-minute thing has come up, but still nothing crazy. As former Iowa State quarterback Brock Purdy wins this one. Mahomes, he threw it only a touchdown, so did Purdy, but it really did matter. Jordan Mason and Pacheco. 5 yards per carry for Pacheco, 2.6 for Jordan Mason, but I'll tell you what, Jordan Mason definitely came in when it was needed. 34-yard run. That was the one in the second quarter, I believe. And Kareem Hunt, not bad at all. He had 11.2 yards per carry. That is a very interesting one. His longest run of the day was 27 yards. So it seems like everybody had a good day rushing except for the backup running back and Guerendo and Jawan Jennings. Excuse me. Well, Travis Kelce did have a great game for a tight end. He had 9.7 yards per reception. However, the show really gets told by Deebo Samuel. Him and Ayuk were getting hit like crazy on those big passes. A 49-yard pass Brandon Ayuk pulled in, gave them so much of a chance to win, and they absolutely did. Trent Williams let up a sack today. That is something you don't see hardly ever. DJ Humphries, the left tackle, let up a sack as well. And Jalen Moore also let up a sack. Tooney and Saubert, who is... Let me go down here. I know I'm wasting time. Tight end for the Desperados. So now, some very interesting stats come in here for defense. We had a forced fumble by Mustafa. He did not get the fumble recovery, though. I'm looking for who that was. Must have been more at the top. The fumble was recovered. It doesn't say by who. Huh. Well, if you're going to force a fumble and get it back, there's got to be a recovery. Oh, well, you can always look back in the video and find that one out. I certainly will try. As Jake Moody, 4 for 4 today. They definitely needed him in those big situations. He came up clutch. And Harrison Butker only came out on the field once. Not his fault. Mitch Wishnowsky was punting the ball for the Desperados today. He did pretty good, and so did Arizia. Isaac Guerendo on the returns. He's our best returner of the day. Worthy is our best punt returner. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, with only a little bit to go here. Seconds in the video, I say so long from Albuquerque. The Desperados definitely won this one, and they deserve it. Peace out, guys. See you in the next one.